While the 22 turnovers last night was a little disappointing from the entire team, I think there's a lot to like from JB Bickerstaff so far in the way that he's using Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey in a bunch of different sets and a bunch of different off-ball looks as well that we didn't see so often last year. So I want to take you guys through a couple different looks for Cade and Ivey through the Cleveland Cavaliers game, just to highlight the positives of the impact of JB Bickerstaff so far. So we're going to start off with Cade on an empty side post up. And so we're going to see this look a lot tonight. I think I've got this like three or four different times, but I love this look. So as Cade faces up, I think the nice thing about an empty side post up is Cade gets to see where the help is coming from. If you're posting up from the wing or the center, you could get help from either side. It's only going to come from a direction that Cade can see. We have a cut that comes through. THJ cuts through as Cade is working. He's looking to see what the defense is doing. Notices that he's got a ton of empty space, isolating Dean Wade. If Cade is going to take this, what, 8 foot, 10 foot jump shot in the lane, we're going to take that all day. This next one is a set for Ivy, and this reminds me of his Purdue days, the way that he was used more of an off ball player to get him moving off ball, just to utilize his speed to help him get downhill. So we're going to see Duran come up off of a THJ screen to get Duran the ball at the high post, and we've got Cade and Ivy up top, and we're going to have Toby over here in the corner. So after that screen set by THJ, he's going to kick out to the corner. So we're going to have two vet competent shooters in both corners. That's good spacing. Duran's got the ball at the high post. You're going to see this little switcheroo between Cade and Ivy here. We're going to fake the ball to Cade, kind of setting up that decoy. He makes contact with Mitchell, and it sets up Ivy to get downhill. Mitchell with a flop here. Cade makes a little bit of contact with him, but now with Jarrett Allen so close on top of Jalen Duran, this lane is going to be wide open. So Ivy can either get to the rim, and depending on what happens with the help defense, if Mobley or Garland decides to help, he's going to have wide open shooters in the corners. Ivy with a great finish through contact as Mobley couldn't get through there over enough. And I think that's a very creative set to get Jaden Ivey moving downhill without the ball. This is a pretty cool action by Detroit and some good chemistry between Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duran. So we get Malik Beasley cutting through off of a Duran at the high post. That's not there, but we have a little DHO between Ivy and Duran, and then they go to work together on a couple screens to get Ivy an open look. And the way that this is set up, I think this is crucial when Cade is sitting for the Pistons to have somebody who can make these kind of looks. So Ivy looks to turn. It's not there as Sam went under. So Duran sets up another screen, turns around immediately to get Ivy turning the other way. What I like about this is Ivy's not really overthinking. This wasn't on the right side. He looks to go to the left side, and then he ends up with an open midi at the elbow. Not overthinking it, just confidently making a move, stepping up and drilling the jumper. JB Bickerstaff is using Cade as an off-ball player a little bit more, as an off-ball scorer. I think the Pistons are still struggling with a type of maybe a backup point guard or another facilitator that can help with these kind of plays when Cade is playing off ball. But what we're going to see here is Malik Beasley and Paul Reed taking some of that playmaking off of Cade. So Beasley is going to come around the Simone Fontecchio DHO. As he gets the ball, Paul Reed is coming up, making himself available. Cade trying to make himself available. And Malik Beasley is going to hit Paul here. And immediately, as Cade sees that, that's super smart. Reed hits this backdoor bounce pass to get Cade the ball here. Cade hasn't touched it the whole time, and the time that he is going to touch it, it's going to be at the rim for an easy floater. A cool way to get the ball to Cade off ball. All right, so these are the very next points after that Cade bucket, where Cade is going to attack again. So we're utilizing Cade as a scorer. Interesting play here because THJ has who is probably the weakest defender for the Cavs right now in Darius Garland on him. So I like this look that THJ is going to set a pretty good screen here on Okoro. So good defender, Garland, not a great defender. What we're trying to do here is to get THJ to set a good enough of a screen that Okoro can't get through it, and Garland is forced to pick up Cade. So this is the look that we get here. This is JB Bickerstaff utilizing THJ as a screener to get the weakest defender on Cade so Cade can attack. That is a 6'6" point guard being guarded by a 6'1" point guard. Cade wants that matchup all day. And again, just a few baskets later, as Cade continues to attack halfway through the second quarter, and we're continuing to attack mismatches. So JB Bickerstaff continuing to try to get Darius Garland to guard Cade. This is going to be another THJ screen. It forces the switch, and Cade instantly attacks the much smaller Garland. As we start the second half, we get another look of an empty side post up for Cade. He knows that Dean Wade can't guard him. So this is a quick spin baseline here. And again, the reason that Cade knows he can spin baseline is he's able to locate where the other four guys are. He knows where the help is coming from. Since nobody is baseline, he turns baseline, bodies Dean Wade, and gets the floater to go over Jared Allen. As the Pistons were trying to claw back in the third quarter. Cade was doing his best, man. He got him back within four for these kind of possessions where without Dean Wade to guard him in the post, without Isaac Okoro out there to guard him in the post, he's got Garland. And so he's trying to post him up, and Beasley is looking to get Cade the ball. This is a mismatch all day. And again, it's clear that JB Bickerstaff is looking to use Cade Cunningham and his size to attack those mismatches at the point guard position. So Cade gets an easy bucket here attacking Garland. He's used that floater a few times, and that's got him a couple buckets tonight. We've got Ivey bringing this one up, where Duren is setting a little screen for Cade to get him open. So Ivey's going to have two options here. He's going to have Duren available for a pass or Cade available for a pass for this first decision in this set. So almost in a way, kind of a horns look here. You've got Beasley and Harris in the corners. Ivey looks to hit Duren here and looks for the handoff after he hits Duren. That's not there. So Duren instantly looks for Cade on another dribble handoff. You've got movement, Beasley moving up onto the wing in order to create room for Ivey to then fill in on the corner because we want this spacing if we're going to run a Cade and Duren pick and roll. And what's beautiful about this play is that Cade wasn't the one that originally brought the ball up. So this was Cade as an off-ball player where we are still getting a set where this is a pick and roll between Cade and Duren, which is, a big part of Detroit's offense, but you're seeing it in a different way where Cade was originally an off-ball player and wasn't the one bringing it up. He gets a good look. Okoro stays under. Jarrett doesn't get out in time. That is a deep three from Cade, and if he can continue to punish defenders who are going to go under these screens, he's on his way to an all-star campaign this year. This last clip is why I think it's so important to attack these mismatches because of what Cade's gravity can do for his teammates. So we have Duren with the ball at the top of the key again. He had 5 assists tonight, so he was a great playmaking hub to get Cade the ball when Cade is in these off-ball actions. So Ivey's going to come around for the handoff. That's not going to be there. And Duren is looking to get Cade the ball here, but watch Mobley. Mobley notices it, and he knows, hey, they've been attacking Garland. They've been getting the ball to Cade in the post. He knows that this is a possibility, but this is the beauty with the acquisitions that Trajan made this year, having vets who stay settled, who stay disciplined, have good spacing awareness. Duren makes an absolute bullet pass to Tobias Harris as he notices this. So this is a great read by Duren to get Toby an open three, but it's also highlighting how Cade's gravity opens up these kind of opportunities to create open opportunities for his teammates.